Good afternoon, guys. I've literally got my new Stealth Pro Fisha 575. Personally, I've owned quite a few, but I must say this is the one I'm most excited about. Brett and Pierre and the guys at Stealth, the finishings on this boat in particular are very, very nice. Anyway, I'm just going to run through you quickly what my new ski looks like. So what I've added is the neoprene handles on the back of the boat. You can add extra line protectors on your rudder, but personally I use slightly longer rods and I don't have a problem with clearing my rudder. I don't really get stuck on my rudder too much. I've added rod leashes onto the saddles that are there. I've got 3 rod holders on the back of my boat, including the 2 standard trawling rods. And you can see I use my rod leashes. They stay permanently attached to the boat. All the new Stealths come with a built-in live well. You'll see inside here there's 2 little plugs. All you do is pull the plugs out, the water fills in up to the elliptical level, so generally where the water level is on the side of the kayak, that's how much water you'll have inside the live well. Launching and not necessarily beaching, but launching, I make sure I leave the plugs in position. Just keeps the boat lighter as you launch. As you can see, there's a different little recess here. I'll show you that now. This is my setup on my hatch lid. So I've got a Garmin E-Trix 22X. This has got my waypoints on. I use this for navigation, and then this is a dual unit. It's a Striker 4 Plus DV with quick draw, but I use this solely as a fish finder, and I use this for my navigation. You see I've got a leash and a lanyard on here, because often when you're catching fish you just flick it over and you don't want your GPS going flying. My pedal system, obviously these are recessed now, so I used to catch my feet here. Stealth's changed it so that there's a recess on the pedals. Doesn't catch my ankles anymore. I just widen the foot strips a bit, and once I've set my pedals, I just put a little cable tie over there, and that just gives it extra, so stops the braided core from slipping in the cleat. So once I've set my pedals, these are obviously set for me, and I know this is my rudder position. I actually set the pedals and I cable tie it. Also a handle on this side, a handle on that side, and then obviously a trip handle. I find it much easier to have handles on both sides of the kayak. Okay, let me just flip her over. Sorry, I'm just closing the hatch lid. Just want to do one continuous video. I don't have anyone necessarily to edit it for me, so flip the kayak over. And this is the exciting new modification. As you can see how slick this is, it's all in carbon. It's just got a bit of polish on at the moment. But this is your intake and your outlet, so it circulates the water in your live well. What Stealth has done is, if you can see here, that's my transducer. So basically, the transducer works best if it's liquid filled. So, and you can accommodate a massive transducer. You don't necessarily need these little transducers. So this is the biggest modification of late with the Stealth kayaks, is this little hatch. This little compartment, completely sealed off. Even though there's screws here, the glass is this thick, it's not going to leak. And it is so easy to get to the transducer now. If there's an issue with your power cable or your transducer cable, you can literally get in here and work. As you can see, this boat is brand new. Gonna give her a run tomorrow. Let me flip it back over. I'll show you what's inside the hatch. So go into the hatch, and I do 1.2 meter gaps. I have 2 because fish like to steal them. I go through gaps quite often. They permanently live inside my hatch, that way I don't forget it. I've got a little tea bucket. This connects to my waist when I'm fighting fish. It's very uncomfortable fishing and paddling with a bucket, so you can actually use a plumbing fitting, like a T-piece plumbing fitting as well. And then the rod slots inside there, and you can see that's attached to the rod bar, which I actually don't use. And then you can see the transducer cable comes out of this now, which is into that depression. You can see the depression runs from there to there, so it can accommodate quite a big transducer. And then here's my Stealth lithium ion battery. You see it just pops in here. You can pop it out, pop it in. It's pretty solid there. You don't necessarily need the Velcro. See, I've kind of wedged it up against the wall there. And then I've tucked my cable away with conduit pipe. I've also got a different saddle here because I found when you're sliding fish in, you don't want any cables in the way. You want to make sure everything's to the side and away. Anyway guys, so that's my modifications to my personal ski. But as I say, Stealth pretty much makes a ski that comes stock standard the way we like to fish it. But if you want to customize your ski a little bit, that's what I do to mine. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video.